We're building a kingdom in Minecraft Survival on the Forever Bedrock SMP. Are you ready to take your Minecraft kingdom building skills to the next level? In this video, we're going to share some essential tips and ideas as we tour the progress that we've made on the Kingdom of California. As we've mentioned in previous kingdom building episodes, before you jump in, think about a couple key areas and builds to make first. For us, they were the palace, the farming district, and the harbor. These will be your main attractions that you will build off of to naturally expand the kingdom as you go. Once you have these areas set and start building them, you can think about how to connect them a lot easier. This will make your kingdom feel more natural and interesting to explore, all the while adding more depth and interest to the kingdom too. For example, once we had the palace and farm locations picked out, we built pathways between them first, and then we turned around and added water cisterns and an irrigation system all the way down to the crops. These features tie the areas together and show how they each rely on one another to help form a story, along with expanding the kingdom with the new additions. And another tip or idea is to think about the lives of your kingdom's people and how that can inspire even more builds. We chose the main inspiration for our kingdom palace from the ancient palace at Knossos. It was an ancient Minoan civilization on the island of Crete. When we did a little research on ancient civilizations, we learned that they loved and traded wine quite often. So with that, we added vineyards as part of the farming district, which were not there in the first place, and then that led us to building a winery. Thinking in this way helps each part of your kingdom continue to tell the story. Another example that we used is the harbor dock area in the Kingdom of California. Since it's the main entrance to the kingdom, it made sense to build a market or trading post nearby as a focal point. Eventually, you can add villagers as the shopkeepers to bring even more life to an area like this. Every kingdom also needs a place of worship. Once we had the first main points in place, we looked at the layout of the landscape and finally found a place to add another large feature. That is going to be a temple with surrounding village that's going to be in this area here. This will connect to the defensive towers and barracks that we have built along the shore to protect the kingdom, and we'll probably use some of this space here to also add in a military-style fort. Since we have defensive structures on this side of the sea entrance, the opposite side also has a sea entrance, so it makes sense to add additional military training facilities and forts on this end also. This will also be the home of another major focal point, that being a stadium. Most ancient civilizations had some form of a stadium or an amphitheater. We chose to go ahead with a stadium and make that a rather large build on this opposite end as yet another focal point for the kingdom. Revisiting the idea of looking over and using the landscape, we saw that at the back of the palace area is another outlet to the sea. Our latest project is expanding the palace area all the way back to the shore, where we'll build another giant dock, trading area, shipping cranes, and warehouses. This shows how new ideas can keep your kingdom growing. By planning your builds this way, you won't just make your kingdom bigger, you'll connect its different parts and make it feel more real and more immersive. Imagine exploring a world as a player where everything has a purpose. Once the main structures are built, we can then start adding villagers, animals, and even decorated armor stands, etc. These finer details will make your kingdom feel truly alive once you get to that stage. One bit of caution though, if you do plan on using villagers, remember to light up the areas and the surrounding areas around them to stop mobs from spawning. Don't forget to give them roofs to prevent them from getting hit with lightning and becoming witches. Lastly, don't be afraid to experiment with different styles, designs, and landscaping. We have a fancy palace area, but the village by the harbor docks looks very different to show that it's a separate place and has a more rundown, simple look to it for the villagers that live there. But we built a giant tavern in a totally different style to create a cool landmark that catches the eye of any visitor from the docks or any viewer as they walk through the kingdom. Sightlines are critical when you're building a kingdom, and you learn to see them as you walk through your builds. Let your imagination run wild and create a kingdom that reflects who you are. Thanks for watching our Minecraft Kingdom Building Guide. If you liked it, subscribe for more Minecraft tips and tricks. And if you have any kingdom building tips or ideas, be sure to leave those in the comments. Thanks for watching, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, we will see you all later. Take it easy, everybody.